I have 3 months, April, May, and June, worth of products to discuss for you, all lumped in this makeup month box. I'm going to do try-on styles so that way I can just blow out those reviews one after another. I have used them enough to where I feel I have a pretty good idea of their intention. Sounds like I'm going on a date. And then your intention, your purpose, your marketing, and I'm ready to share. My first item is used to remove the makeup. I have to mention it because it's already on my Sephora loves list to pick out when the VIB sale for fall rolls around. This is Estée Lauder's Cleaning Balm. Every time I go into Sephora now, I get a sample. That is my thing. When I start going in and noticing I'm picking up sample after sample, oh look, there's still a little bit left in there. You know it's good. It removed everything off my skin. But the difference was I can open my eyes. It's not blurry, my vision, and I wear contacts. It got all my eye makeup off. It got the lash glue. It got everything off. And then in the shower is when I actually, get everything off, the cleansing oil. My skin still felt soft. It wasn't tight or anything. And then of course I wash my face. I do have one skin prep product that I picked out from my Octoly store. This is from the brand IOPE. I have talked about IOPE, which is a Korean brand, on the channel before. If you want to read up on the ingredients here that's listed on the product, you're free to do that. I want to make note of that as well because I notice a lot of people are starting to ask about alcohol and other kind of substances in skincare products and even in their cosmetics. Here's my solution on that. I'm just going to throw that in right now. Your job is to research the ingredients that's based on your skin type. Also, researching how they interact with one another, because you can have substances, you can have natural ingredients. Everything is natural. Like, for example, lead is natural. Doesn't make it good to put on your skin. But what I want to specifically note is you can see the word alcohol in here, and is it used as a drying substance? Is it used to bind a product together? Is it used for this, that, and the other? Is it used to help absorb? You see what I mean? So I really want to stress that when you are looking at ingredient lists, don't just see something and go, oh, I see this, or oh, I see alcohol. Go further, take the time to research and see how it is in that formula, basically, and then go from there. So I just want to make note of that. But in my own research with this product, what sold me, why I said I have to try this, besides the fact it obviously reminds me of Neutrogena, is the ingredient that it has. Let me look on my notes here. Super Plant East Asian Mountain Yam. This ingredient is famous throughout Asia for its sticky, slimy texture and wound healing properties. It is known as the vegetable snail mucus. Okay, so all the properties of the snail mucus. I was using that primarily when I first started getting into Korean products, and it was help repairing my skin. Let me continue. This product is 5 times, let me repeat, 5 times more moisturizing than snail mucus on its own. Okay, it's elastic, airy textured extract, possesses an outstanding moisturizing effect on the skin. That is what's infused in here. I squirt about 2 into my skin like that. Look at that running. Ooh, it's cooling now as it reaches my skin. Okay, now I'm getting distracted. I'm going to apply this on. I'm going to be actually applying, I think, 3 products onto my skin, but it's really just to show you as the viewer, the different experiences that I've been having versus what I've noticed other people having when it comes to these products. Next product is from E.L.F. This is their Good Day Jelly Spray. I picked this out at Sephora. This is something that intrigued me just from looking on the app, and I was like noticing this states prime, protect, and set, and it's a jelly spray. The reviews for this product was horrible, but I never let that stop me because I just look at it and I'm thinking, me just try it for myself. Back of the box, it states it's a jelly turn lightweight miracle mist that works overdrive to either prime your skin, so you can put it on, you know, to prep your skin basically before makeup, or basically before skincare as well. It protects against the daily grime and stress caused by damaging pollution and aging blue light exposure. Along with the blue light ingredient that is high up there as far as the formula, this also includes this ingredient that I was like, oh, okay. I normally don't see this in like a primer type ingredient. Menthol, I can't pronounce it. I'm going to put it on the screen for you. But this ingredient, ding, it enhances the penetration of active ingredients in the skin. That is in here. You can spray this product, you can spray it into your hands like that. And it's like, you know, a jelly. And you can just press and pat it into your skin, which is my preferred method. The last two items are primers, the Battle of the Grip primers. So I was testing this as far back as April. Milk Makeup's and CoverFX's Grip Primer. One day I had one side with CoverFX, one side with Milk, and I was going to be at Sephora that day. I had lunch with my friend, so I was able to ask her, you know, what side she liked. I asked in Sephora, multiple cast members in there, which side you liked. They all chose the Milk Makeup side, and I'm like, okay, what's going on? What I decided to do was just pick out the trial size. This isn't the full size. This is the just little travel size version of it, and give that a go. And look how much I've already have used. So I'm happy with it. Even though CoverFX first started out looking to me the best, I cannot deny that basically everybody that I was asking loved the side of Milk's better. There it is right there. I'm waiting for it to kind of run, but it's not. How I apply it is two pumps, not really two full pumps either. I do press and pat it into my skin. It's a habit. It does have that sticky texture. You may see that white, but then it goes away. It doesn't stay and linger. And it's not so sticky where it's bothering me. Foundation is on. Moving on to concealer. I'm excited that I was able to pick out in my local Walmart store the E.L.F. 16-hour Camo concealer. First shade I picked out is Deep Olive, and then I just recently picked out Deep Chestnut. So I'm just tossing in Chestnut now because, you know, I went ahead and tried it out. You have that doe foot applicator. It looks very much like the Tarte Shape Tape, and it already has, I feel, enough on here where, I mean, I barely put it on. Like that amount there, that amount there. And then I always kind of go like that because I always have to put concealer underneath my nose. This formula will spread. It spreads enough where it will cover, I feel, you know, wide varieties of imperfections that the customer might have. And I also feel that you can apply it like how I just did, and you have enough time to blend it out. And even if I added just a little bit more, it works. That's what I've been doing with the Chestnut shade, because the Chestnut shade is what I would consider is my skin tone shade. Like, I'm trying not to get too much of it on my skin. It's also the shade that I can use to spot conceal with. And so I can just go in like that, apply it where I need. I like to mix it with the Deep Olive, and it still doesn't look like a ton of makeup. This is also a concealer that it will help cover up a dark mark. To set the concealer, I have Milani's translucent powder. This is their Make It Last setting powder. It is in the shade Banana, so I picked that one up. This shade is not what I would consider a true banana, which I like. It has a peach tone to it, which I like. This reminds me of Fenty's Cashew shade. Cashew is a lot more pink tone, but this has that pinky peach tone. It's not a true banana, and I love it. I have been loving this powder. I'm just going to kind of show you how you can even kind of pack it on. When I do powder reviews, I do kind of like to bake it a little bit, even though I don't bake, but I know that a lot of viewers in the community do bake. So I just want to show you, hey, you know, you can do that with the powder. I usually use this one here from Moda Royal Lanicle. It's like, can I say the word? And see, just brush it right off. Just has a little bit of that sheen left over. See, it doesn't look dry. That's me. Don't give me a powder where it's going to make me look dry. Excellent powder, excellent price. Definitely like that. I do have a brush to talk about. This brush, I need to get another one. This is from E.L.F. So this is their, I want to say it's the Precisely Beautiful. It's the one that's a little bit more expensive than the black handle brushes and the white solid ones. So this is the brush 105. This brush, the way that it is cut in a half stipple, half dome shape dense dome that I love to stipple and blend and buff foundation on. So it has like the best of both worlds, but just the surrounding areas of where the hairs go up, I can't even describe how fabulous this brush is. It is so, so good. So it does blend out contour products. I've been using it for that because of the size of it. And it also blends out, again, foundation. So let me just go ahead and apply my Fenty. I have not used my Fenty stick in a while, so we're back to using my Fenty. And see how it just moves the product. It's because of those little stipple hairs. And then the dense portion of the brush, try not to get it into my hair, just really buffs out the product. It is too big for the nose, so let me go grab one of those brushes and I'll be right back. Now for bronzer. I picked out a new bronzer, but I was quite intrigued. This is my excuse. Because Marc Jacobs Omega bronzers usually are not deep enough for darker skin. So of course I had to test it out for my audience. You like my excuse? That's what I'm gonna call it. Universal Bronze, Coconut Finish, Coconut Delight, excuse me, Seamless Matte Finish. And this is going to be a permanent edition, I believe, for the brand. So it's not going anywhere. Number 106, Tantalize. So this is very similar to, I believe, the other compacts that come out each year. I'm used to seeing them white. I'm just not used to testing them out, because I just was like, oh, they're just too light for my skin. But when I saw the promo shots for this shade, I was like, ooh, Tantalize looks a bit dark. And what I like about it is, besides the fact that it's this huge compact, you get a nice mirror, it's a huge compact, you take a big old brush and just swirl. See, I like that. I like the packaging of it just being very flat, very simple. This shade, this is actually the shade, I'm going to be honest with you. This is the shade I had wished. This is actually the shade I have wished that was in Fenty's lineup. I mean, it's like instant warmth. Once you start going darker than me, then you're going to see where this bronzer is going to start to be very subtle on the skin. So I do see it not reaching into the very deep skin tones, of course, but light, dark skin. If you're looking at the dark series, light, medium, and I would even say deeper than me. So NW45 and C45. Once you start going into the 50s, no, it's going to start to look much more subtle on you. I don't have anything new for brows, but I do have a new blush. This blush is going to have a moment of silence. It's from Sephora. This is the Dual Matte Perfection blush. Exactly what this blush description on the website and on the back of the packaging is accurate. It comes with a mirror. It states it's a modern powder blush duo with a creamy texture and buildable soft matte finish. Exactly. It's buildable. The powder is soft You can try to, you know, dip your brush into this whole little split pan thing. I swirl it together, and I mean the color is fabulous. And not only that, it's intense, it's pigmented. So a little bit goes a long way. Look at that. Is that not me? Or is that not me? This is that like strong, what I call Ronald McDonald look. That beautiful, soft orange. Strong and intense. Now, if you have fair skin and you want to try Tiger Lily, you need to go slow and work it up. All of this is highlighter. I purchased this. CoverGirl sent these over to me. So first I'm going to talk about what CoverGirl has sent over. Now this is the full spectrum CoverGirl line. So full spectrum is geared towards the consumer with darker skin tones. Any skin tone, of course, can wear it, but it is geared towards people of color. Now these are the Sculpt Expert Versatile Cheek Palette. So they come in 3 different shades. When I look at this, it's supposed to be the cheek palettes are supposed to be like a blush and then 2 highlighters. Or you can use them just as, you know, a highlighter in general. So it just depends on what shade you pick out. I think some work better than others. This one is my favorite one. It's called Bronze Flame. This is the one that I dig into the most. I say dig because it already has all the powder everywhere. This is the nude tone, but it's a darker, almost like a bronzer shade with a touch of red to it. Again, satin finish, excuse me. And then you have the 2 highlights right here. I feel that this one, the peach blush, and this hot pink give off a stronger blush glow than this browner base one here, right here. And these 2 highlighters, whether I wear them together, whether I wear them separate, this is the one that got me. These wet, lays on the skin, doesn't cling to anything, doesn't emphasize anything on my face. This is where it's at. That boy in his mouth. I mean, it just doesn't do it justice. I mean, it's just so... Look at that. See? Look at that. Look what I'm talking about. This is the one I picked out from Wet n Wild. This is from the Crystal collection. So it was the only thing from that collection that I was interested in, besides the mist, face mist, but I didn't care for that. It's the Mega Glow Highlighter in the shade Crystal High. Now, I've still seen displays all throughout my local drugstores for this collection, and I've seen the highlighter. They must be restocking them, which is strange because usually once they're on the display, they're gone. There's like 3 of them and they're gone. So that's what it looks like. This has that icy white appearance to it. This one has that, I can see like a peach to overlay kind of tone to it. So that's why it works on my skin. It won't look ashy. That's the word I'm looking for, that you know, grayish silver look. This is a palette from Flower Beauty. I picked out the Shimmer and Strobe highlighting palette. And I wanted to try this one because I have the first one they have, which I feel is best suited for fairer skin. And it's the formula that I really enjoyed. But the colors were much too, what I would say they would run more towards the cooler side. Definitely best suited for lighter skin. But the formula reminds me of like a Super Shock formula from ColourPop, but one that's not going to dry out, that's actually going to stay fine in its own compact. This formula is outstanding, and I'm happy to see a deeper selection. So you have the rose gold, the regular gold, and then the bronze. They are beautiful they're beautiful by themselves, but like I tend to do with most of my palettes, I mix them together. And I know some people are like, that's so strange. Why would you mix them together? Let me tell you. How are you going to get through your products if you don't mix them together? And also, they just make pretty shades. This is ColourPop's F5 brush. I like this brush to use. Just straight across. You'll get kick up, so I tend to just put it down. See how more of that gold is coming through? I mean, this formula. This one I just kind of go like that. I graze against the bottom. The Covergirl has a lot of pickup. This is going to be messy, but I don't really mind about that. If anything, again, you're just going to finish up your products faster. Kick up the dust, kick it up, get it out of the pan. Let me finish using it. Look at that. My sponge is still damp. And just kind of spread it like that. And see? I mean, this was shining before the spray. Last three items are for the eyes. I have an eyeshadow palette, an eyeliner, and then lash glue that has been knocking my socks off. First is from the Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault collection here. This is the palette of Ring the Alarm. This is one of the palettes I feel that I can take with me, so leave the house, and if I'm not coming back, I have what I need in this palette to do my eyes. Like, just do my eyes. Be done with it. The only thing that's missing is a brow bone shade, but I really don't care about that. But I feel that I have enough of the colors here to build up in my crease. I have a shimmer shades if I wanted to or not. I can use it as a tear duct. So I feel that the color story for this Ring the Bell is fine. I do like it. I do like the formula in the sense that every one of these shades that I've used has worked fine on my lid. I have not noticed anything different, nothing that was patchy, nothing that couldn't blend, nothing that wasn't pigmented enough. So I'm happy and pleased with my palette. Also loving this eye pencil. This was during Sephora's Weekly Wow. This is Milk Makeup's Long Wear Gel Eyeliner. Funny that this is even a Weekly Wow like several weeks ago because I wanted to try this. So the fact that it was half off, oh yes, I picked it up. I just got basic black. I wanted to find one that would be rich, deep black, stay in my waterline, move enough where it would just set and not smear. And this does exactly what I want it to do. My son yelling is not what I want him to do. But anyway, the pencil just, it's perfect. Love it. And last is the eyelash glue. This is from the brand Kiss, but this is the eye glue. It's their premium strip lash adhesive. Now I picked this up at CVS. It was just something that I saw on sale when I was, over in that section. I had extra bucks, of course. And I said, eye glue. Let me try that. Premium. Maybe that's just a different formula. It has made the lashes stick and clean. I don't have to reapply it. They've worked fine. So if this, again, notice it's been on sale a couple times at CVS. If you see this at like Walmart, Target, any other place that would also have a good deal on it, this is definitely a lash glue I recommend. I haven't had any irritation, easy to take off at the end of the night, and then of course get the glue off. I'm back. I have three top products from the entire Makeup Month box, what I feel really are the standouts from everything that I talked about. First up is the Inc.Redible Good Day Jelly Spray. This is just a product that has just terrible reviews, but it's an example of which, even though a product has bad reviews, people are going to have different experiences from it, and it's going to suit different needs. So it incorporates into my everyday routine perfect. The aspect of that ingredient that is helping to actually pull products down and make them work the best for my skin, hey, I'm for that. If you didn't necessarily read up on that stuff, research it, it's an overlooked product. On top of the fact is, you have the whole blue light technology, which to me isn't something that is grasping to me. But there's various ways to try this product. So if you're patient and you can find a way to incorporate it into your into your everyday routine, whether you even wear makeup or not, because you can even use it as a skincare product just to prep your skin and then proceed with your skincare routine, you might you know, basically you might like it is my point here. So that really did surprise me and wow me. The second one is the full spectrum palettes. I'll say plural because there's multiple ones. But again, here's something where depending on which one you pick out, because you might like brighter colors, you might like a little bit more sparkle in your formula. There's a palette for various needs. So it's fun just to play with your makeup. Add a little bit more contrast or wear it alone. And the highlights mixed together. Again, you wouldn't look at these and think this is going to be a blinding appearance from the get-go, but it does. It's extremely smooth and the texture is there. It's messy, I'm gonna be honest. It's a messy palette, but it's something I'm willing to overlook because the product itself is really good. The last would be the Marc Jacobs bronzer, for the sole reason is here's a neutral based bronzer, deep enough, it warms my skin without making me look gray since I have a warm golden undertone, and it just blends perfect. It's not patchy, it's just a good bronzer. The year of the bronzer. And then for 2019, we have a shade that's going to reach some darker skin tones. Not deep dark skin, but it's a permanent shade in the collection. I can only hope that they expand their shades and make some more permanent additions. You know, this is something that I don't get also with the brands. Let me just kind of throw that in. I don't know if it's an Omega bronzer, oh, we're going to do this every year. Or are we just going to, let's look at the bronzers that we have in store and just expand the shades. I think that's what the brand should do instead of every year, because this bronzer is not going to be introduced, let's say 2020. There's probably not going to be a darker bronzer than this. Reason being is they're trying to reach the vast majority of their customers. And I would say the vast majority of Marc Jacobs bronzers are not deep, dark skin. So my point is, if they do this Omega bronzer every year with a different shade, again, I'm assuming 2020 is just going to be a standard shade to suit most skin tones in their demographics. Why don't they just go to their bronzer section and just expand and make them deeper and darker? Make the shades for various skin tones. So I would like to see that. Now that they have this shade, you're going to start getting darker. People start to look at your products more. Just expand the bronzer section and call it a day. Thank you very much, everyone, for stopping by and watching, just taking the time out to see me. I do, as always, appreciate it. Have a wonderful day or evening. And as always, I'm going to see you in the next video. And I hope you come back. Take care, everyone. Bye.